Hello, people. Yeah, this is Earl. The sun's bright, so you can't make out my facial that good, but so what? It's what I'm talking about that matters. From doing something the hard way, which worked, and I'm still working with it on the Harley, pertaining to throttle cables, and then your return cable, blah, 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 whatever. I found an easier way to do these, man. A lot easier way. Motion Pro on Amazon. Motion Pro throttle cables. I bought two of them. The 35.5-inch long cables. Let me tell you why. Instead of having to take your gas tank off and all of this, you don't have to do that, man. With the 35.5-inch throttle cable and return cable, you can push it under or on top of the horn holder bracket on the left side of the motorcycle and push it into the carburetor guide that you have in the back. From there, you can zip tie it to that bracket, and then you can run your cable around under your gas tank on the left, on the outside, to where it just sets directly under your gas tank, and you can still see your rocker box cover from that side, so it's not going to affect your cosmetics. And then run it up by your fork neck, tie strap it up there, to like your clutch cable or, up in that area, and then run it over to the right side to your handlebars, and it's a very neat look, And you don't have to take the gas tank off and fight with it and go through, the rubber in the middle of the tank on top of the frame behind the fork neck, to where you have to fight and fish it, and then when you push it in the carburetor guide in the back, it's at an angle, bent and all that, and then the heat from the rocker box, it's on top of that, can affect it, can literally crystallize those wire cables in a matter of time. When with a 35.5-inch or longer, go with the minimum of 35.5 inches on these guys. I have a 2002 Softail. That's the longest Harley made, as far as the wheelbase and, the rest of the bike. But that's the way to go, because see, then your cable, where it goes in the carburetor guide, it's not at a harsh angle. It's just straight and just a natural round curve, that comes out by the horn bracket, sets directly under the gas tank on the left side, to where it's not going to have a cosmetic effect, and then up around to your handlebars. And as far as anyone looking at it, they're going to assume that it runs off of your throttle on the right of your handlebars and goes down by the neck, and assume that it's going through the center of the gas tank like the others do. It's very simple. Do it my way. And here's what I paid for two throttle cables, 35.5 inches long. $13.49 each, free shipping off of Amazon. They're made by Motion Pro, 35.5-inch throttle cable. Now for my return cable, I used a throttle cable on that too. The only difference in your idler cable or return cable and your throttle cable is where it goes in at the carburetor guide. The return cable has ridges on the tip where it pushes in. And the throttle cable, it's smooth, instead of having ridges on it or whatever. But so what? You don't have to have those ridges. For any Harley, just get two throttle cables and be done with it. Because, when you put it in there and you push that slide tip at the end of that cable into that carburetor guide, and it's adjusted right at the throttle to where you only have like about a 32nd of an inch play after you adjust them. That's not going to pull out of there. That's not going to happen. I mean, you know, it works for mine because I tried it. I haven't installed it. I've already got a throttle cable on there that I did the hard way that was only 30 inches long. And you have to lift the gas tank and put it along the top of the frame and then out the rubber cover, you know, that goes between your gas tank behind your fork neck, all the hard way, you know. When if I would have, and I paid $70 for that. Man, if I would have known about Motion Pro selling these for $13.49 and they're 5.5 inches longer, oh man. You know, I'm telling y'all this just to save you trouble. But, you know, check out my other videos on Harley repairs, maintenance, and realities. You know, I speak of realities because I've made several, you know, videos on the CVO design engine from 1999 to 2007. That's not a horrible engine. It's actually the best engine Harley ever made. Now the Milwaukee 8 is better in the regard, like on the Twin B CVO assembly like my O2 Softail has, they're using the chain on your counterbalances with the guide and 2 long tensioners on the left side. As to where in the Milwaukee 8, the counterbalancers have a gear on them that meets a gear that runs off the flywheel. So you're eliminating the guide and the tensioners and the chain on that left side. Superb. But still, nevertheless, the 1999 to 07 CVO is the best Harley engine. They are the best because the press fits are tighter than what is the old bolt-on method, because those cap nuts that are hollow cannot hold as strong of a hold on your crank pin or your shafts that extend from the flywheels as the press fit can. See, most people don't realize that unless they've worked in machining their own cells. But anyway, good luck, and later.